in this particular video, I'll be showing you one of the most powerful tools you can add to whatever system you are using or whatever trading strategy you are using. Believe me, this is basically how the market works, and you need to understand the market phases in order for you to know the exact direction for you to take your trades in line with. You get the concept. So without you understanding the phase of the market, we have three phases. You get ICT, we call it accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, right? The ICT power of 3. You get those are the three phases we have, and once you open your chart, if you can be able to identify these phases, believe me, you are almost ahead of 90% of traders, right? I'll be showing you, for those of you who don't know what ICT power of 3 is, I'll be giving you guys a quick background knowledge, and then also be showing you how I do add it to my trading journey. Alright, so without taking much of a time, let's get into the main video of today. If you are new to this particular channel or hearing my voice for the first time, you're welcome to GilbertFX, the channel upload fresh educational content. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification icon so you always get notified by YouTube whenever an awesome video like this drop. Don't forget to join our Telegram channel. The link is at the description down below. You get to join and make sure you join the growing community. Like this video so this video can reach out to so many traders out there. So I'm not going to take your time in this particular video. I just wanted to try as much as you can to understand whatever thing I'm going to be doing here, right? So let's go to our whiteboard. So first you need to understand that one daily candle is all you need, right? You get one daily candle is all you need. I was having a particular class with my student yesterday. You get the September advanced class yesterday, and I explained all these particular aspects to them. Although in this particular video I'm not going to go in deep, I'm just going to give you guys a background knowledge, and then I also show you how I do add it to my trading strategy, right? So you need to understand that each candle, you get each candle as a particular daily candle opens. Okay, let me just draw something for you. You get, so you know exactly what I'm trying to say here. You get, so as this particular candle opens here, don't forget we have what, sorry, I have to remove this. We have the wick of this candle. We also have the wick down here. So let's assume this is basically what? This is basically a daily candle, right? Now you need to understand that how this particular candle works, you get on the lower time frame is that, let's assume this is a bullish candle, and for a bullish candle, it opens where? Down below here and close where? Above here. And for a bearish candle, it opens where? Above here and close below here. So let's assume this is basically a bullish candle, and this bullish candle, we have our opening price here, and where you see this wick you are seeing here is basically what? It's basically the low of the day. Price came back to give you the high of the day, and then came back here to close here. Now your lower time frame, what you basically see is that as soon as this price open right here, like so, somewhere around there, what you will see is that this market will do what? Go down to give you what? To give you the low of the day. This is a bullish candle, don't forget, and then subsequently you start seeing what? This market going in the overall direction of that day. You get the overall direction of that day, and then it gives you what? It gives you the high of the day. You get, comes back and do what? And close somewhere around here. You get, so you need to understand that this is basically what is happening every single day. Are you getting me? Every single day, this is basically what is happening. So one daily candle is all you need. Now, how do you identify or know the phase you are in? Here now you can see that, okay, we have this bullish daily candle, so we have our opening price somewhere around here. This market came down to do what? To give us our low of the day. From here we now have the overall direction of the day. Market gave us the high of the day, came back, and then closed somewhere around this particular point. So this is one candle on the daily time frame, and this is basically what is happening on the lower time frame. And if you don't know how your market works, then you get trapped many times, because here you notice what? You notice we have this move to the downside. You get this, as the market opens, it first of all does what? It first of all accumulates. Are you getting me? It first of all accumulate. So we have what? Our accumulation here, and then here we have what? Our manipulation. You get, and then subsequently, as the market starts moving in line with the overall direction of the day, we have what? Our distribution or trend following phase. Are you getting me? So you have your accumulation where this market will consolidate a little bit, and then for this market to give you what? Your low of the day, it will now tap into a particular point of interest here, where you now have what? Your, this is basically what? Your manipulation. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. This is basically how the market moves every day. And even if you come to your lower time frame, you get, one of the ways you can increase your win rate is for you to put this accumulation manipulation into consideration. You get? Now if you come to your lower time frame, okay, let me tell you something. Let me show you guys something. Let's say I have a particular point of interest I'm looking at to take my trade. Looking for what? A buy opportunity. Of course, for a buy opportunity, we have what? An uptrend. And I have something like this, right? Since I have something like this, let's say for instance, I'm looking at taking my trades around this other block here. Don't forget, I have what? I have my break of structure like so. And then I also have what? This, which I will consider as what? My liquidity or inducement. And then I'm looking at taking my trades around this other block right here. Now there's something I really want to see before price tap into my point of interest, and whenever I start seeing such market movement, I know that this my point of interest would definitely hold. Now I want to begin to see on my lower time frame, don't forget, I want to begin to see this market to do what? To accumulate up here. You get? I want to see this market to do what? To accumulate above here, to accumulate here. And then what do I want to see next? I want to see it to manipulate all these particular lows you are seeing here, because there's always what is there are always stop losses seated below this particular low here, because retail traders who are trading support and resistance will be like, okay, this is what a support zone, so let me start buying here, and they'll basically place their stop loss here. So I want to see this market to do what? To manipulate this stop loss tapped into my POI, and once price tap into my POI, then I want to see it to do what? To distribute to the upside. You get? Now believe me, this is basically mind-blowing. You get? The accuracy of this particular setup is mind-blowing. I'm telling you. You get? Once you have your point of interest, you have the don't forget the start of every accumulation is basically what you consider as what? Your inducement or liquidity. You get? The start of your accumulation. So we have this, and then we have this, which is what our inducement. So before price tap into your point of interest, you want to see to do what? To accumulate above your point of interest, and then do what? Manipulate your load. The manipulation should tap your point of interest, and then want to see it to distribute. It will definitely distribute to your direction. You get? So for the downtrend scenario, what do you want to see? Let's say you have something like this, like so. Your 1, your 2, and then your 3 move, and then you have this as what? Your liquidity or inducement, and you are basically looking at what? Taking this sell, catching this sell above here. Now I told you previously that this particular point, your first area where the accumulation started is basically where you draw as what? Your liquidity. And subsequently, what do you want to see before price tap into your point of interest? You want to see this market to do what? To accumulate above your point of interest. Now once this market accumulates above your point of interest, it's basically building what? Liquidity above it. And believe me, you want to see that this market do what? Manipulate, and the manipulation should tap into your point of interest. Now if you are picking your point of interest, focus on the closest point of interest to the accumulation. You get? Focus on your closer point of interest to the accumulation. The accumulation, you can call it ranging or consolidation. You get? Then you want to see your manipulation to tap into your point of interest, and then the market will definitely distribute to your direction. You get? So this tool is really powerful, right? This tool is powerful, and I'll be taking you guys to my chart for you to see what I'm basically talking about, right? So let's go to our chart. All right. I think this is BTC's crypto. It works on any market at all. It works on it. Like I've been able to do what? To even see my setup or see what I'm trying to explain for you guys. You get? But let me just start anywhere, right? I can basically start anywhere. Okay, right here you see that what we have this break of structure, right? So this simply means we are looking for what? For buy scenarios, and then or buy setups. And then what do you want to see? I told you the first, you get, the start of every accumulation should be what? Your liquidity. And then we have the start of that accumulation, and then where is, okay, I feel like let me just call this thing so you understand very well, right? Check out the nearest POI closest to where? Closest to your liquidity. You get? And if you are working with the nearest POI here, of course we have to work with this other block right here. You get? You have to work with this other block right there. Since you have this, the next thing you want to do, right, you want to wait and see for this market if it will accumulate above your point of interest. Now when you start seeing this market accumulating above your point of interest, then you need to understand that, okay, your point of interest will definitely hold. You get? Your point of interest will definitely hold. Now let's see what happens next. Don't forget, you are looking at buying from this particular zone here. You get? You're looking at buying here, and then your stop loss just below that zone, like so. You can target whichever high you want to target here, your 1:5, 1:10. So let's play this in and see what happens next. Okay, you can see what do we have. You can see that we begin to see this market to do what, to accumulate. So let me reduce this. Okay, let me reduce this to probably 5. You start seeing this market doing what, accumulating above your POI, and then the manipulation, what happened, you can see that this market manipulated all these lows here and then tapped into your point of interest. And now let's see what happened next. You can see, boom, you get your take profit smashed. Can you see it? So let's look for another example, right? Let's look for another example. You get, all right here I can see another one here. You get, I can see another one, but for this scenario I think this is a sell scenario. You get the concept. So let's just cut this thing right here. You get, so what do we see here? You can see that we have what, we have this break of structure here to the downside. So every break of structure signifies what, a trend continuation to that direction that the market breaks to. So since we have this break of structure to the downside, definitely means we're expecting this market to do what, to continue pushing lower. All right, since we have this break of structure right here, then you need to understand that where this accumulation started, you get, that will be what, that will basically be your POI, sorry, your inducement. So I can basically denote this because from here you can see that we begin to see what, this market came to this particular point, came here, gave us this break of structure, and then we still see this market inside of this zone. So you can denote this as what, your liquidity or inducement. Now since you have gotten your liquidity or inducement, the next thing you want to do, you want to focus on the point of interest above or below your liquidity, the closest point of interest. Don't forget, right, the closest point of interest. So we have this like so, you get, so let me remove this. And then you just have to do what, you just have to bring out your position 2 you are selling for this scenario. Since you have a position 2 like so, your stop loss, put it above this high like so, and then your take profit can target your 1:5 or whichever risk or reward you want to target. So the next thing you want to see, for you to know that your point of interest is a valid one or will definitely hold, you want to begin to see this market to do what, to accumulate. And then the next thing you want to see it to manipulate and tap into your point of interest, right? We are still waiting. Okay, what do we have? You can see what happened. The market accumulated here, and then we have what, this manipulation that manipulate this high here, tapped into your point of interest, and then the next thing we begin to see what, begin to see this market dropped to the downside. You can see it for yourself. Have you seen it? Your take profit smash. You have that like so, then you can maybe work with this or probably this as what, your liquidity. You get, and then you want to do what, you want to, I'm trying to rush this video, you get, the video is getting too long, right? You want to mark this as your point of interest, right? Now before price tap into your point of interest, what do you want to see? You want to see it to accumulate, right? So let's play this and see what happened. You get, okay, what are you seeing? You are basically seeing this market doing what, accumulating above your POI. You get, I feel like we picked the wrong POI. You get the concept, but let's see. All right, you can see what happened. This market came down, tapped into your point of interest, right? Tap into your point of interest, and then what do you see? You start seeing this massive move to the upside. You get the concept. So once you can be able to do what, to add this to your trading system, believe me, this is basically mind-blowing. You can see the move. You can see the move. So whenever you analyze your chart and you want to take that particular trade, make sure you have what, you have the market to do what, to accumulate above your point of interest. And the next thing you want to see is to manipulate and tap into your point of interest. And the next thing you want to see it to distribute in your direction. So thank you very much. You made it up to a particular video. I hope this particular video was helpful. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the bell notification icon so you always get notified whenever an awesome video like this drop. Peace, and I'll see you in a subsequent video.